good morning guys. This is Ben with American Equipment, and I'm bringing you another video today to show you this brand new 2022 Barreto SG 37 stump grinder. This is a newer model from Barreto. It's a bigger version of the 30SG with the 37 horsepower motor on it, some other bigger features on it. So I'm going to give you an overview of this stump grinder here, show you the benefits of Barreto over the other brands, and let's go ahead and take a look at this. All right guys, so here we have the Barreto SG 37 or 37SG stump grinder. Give you guys a little walk around of the unit here, then we'll go do some closer ups of the unit, kind of maneuvering in my shop here. This is, like I said before, it's a bigger version of the 30SG, which has a 31 horsepower motor on it. And we'll go over some of the benefits of this 37SG over the 30SG. I do have two of the 30SGs as well. I did a video on the 30SG earlier last year when I got a new in. So I just got this model in here last week. It hasn't been used, it's winter time. Perfect timing on receiving it, but let's go ahead and take a look at the unit here. So we'll start at the front. This is a 19.2 inch grinding wheel. It does feature the 900 series teeth, which are 0.97 inches thick, over the 30SG, which features the 700 series teeth. So you got 900 series pockets, the green teeth with the 900 series teeth. So they are bigger bolts, bigger heads on the teeth. I do love these stump grinding wheels, changing out the green teeth specifically, because the pockets are separate from the teeth. So usually the teeth are the only thing that get damaged. Sometimes you do have, every once in a while we will get a crack right here, a hairline crack right here on the pocket. So we'll have to change out the pocket, but they're relatively cheap, about $9 to $12 for the teeth and the pockets, about $9 per tooth and about $8 to $12 per pocket, depending on if you get the straight or the angled. These are the straight right here. These are the angled teeth. And you do have to make sure that you replace it back with the, you can't put a straight pocket here. You have to do an angled pocket because it'll make the wheel imbalance. So make sure when you're replacing these that you replace it with the right one. Plus you want it to grind correctly. Greasable bearing houses on the inside here. You can see on the back side there. Bigger pump running the head of this 37SG, bigger hoses than your 30SG. This grinding wheel, it can maneuver, and we're going to do a video at the end here to show you the maneuverability of the head. It's a 134-degree swing, which is really big. I mean, you can do a big stump, but you're basically, it'll go from side all the way to the other side. Yeah, and I think it does cut 12 inches deep, 32 inches high. So it'll easily knock out anything you need it to do. And wait for the end of the video because we're gonna show you how this machine, we're actually gonna use it here. Walk around here, you do have the shield, which can be pulled. You lift it up, flip it inside while you're hauling it, or if you don't wanna use it, it's just as easy as lifting up and locking it in place. So then we'll go to the track undercarriage system here. We've had very little issues with our tracks popping off on these machines. Sprockets are easy to change. and then, you know, tightening the tracks is as easy as tightening that spring right there. So, and loosening it, take the track off. But like I said, we've yet to even change the track on these. I've been running them for about 2 years now. You also have the hydraulic oil level right there, that tank that's underneath. There's your hydraulic tank. We'll walk around the back here. We're gonna show you here, we do have a parking brake right there, and then 2 independent pumps that run each track. So you're not losing power to your head when you're running the stump grinder. Oil drain for your engine, and then you got your battery right there. It's easy to change in and out. You have access here. This actually rotates on a pivot. All you have to do is remove those 3 bolts. It pivots down. You have access to your pump and filters that you can see back in there. So all your hoses, everything's easily accessible. They did go to metal tanks now. They used to have plastic. Your cover for your big cooler. It's got a bigger cooler than the 30SG. And like I said, this is a bigger engine. It's a 37 horsepower Vanguard Briggs & Stratton motor here. It is fuel injected, and you do have an hour meter that comes on right there. So it kicks on. You can hear that kick on to the pump, and we'll show you that here. And then you got your big hydraulic pump motor on the front there. So this unit does have a separate pump that runs your head, so you're not losing power to your drives. Like I said, you have independent drives for your track system, and then you have a pump that's powered by the engine that runs an auxiliary that's separate of the head. So your swing movement on your arm and then pushing your tilt up and down is independent of your head while you're cutting. So you're not losing power to your head if you're swinging the machine back and forth or going down into the ground or coming up. The head's gonna have the flow of hydraulic fluid going through it that whole time, not losing any power. The only time you'll lose power is when you're actually going into the stump. So that is one nice feature of these machines over a lot of the other manufacturers that use belts to drive their pumps and stuff like that. I found, and I've had the belt driven units, and I found that they are very annoying to deal with. And it seems like you're always dealing with broken belts, especially in the rental industry. Always dealing with broken belts because people are trying to tighten them and make them cut harder. And these you don't have to worry about people messing with them because only so much fluid is going to pump to that head, so they're only going to cut so much of that stump. It's either going to kill the engine, which, you know, is hard on the engine, but that's part of the rental game here. So another feature I do like on these machines is greasable zerks. So is what I call them. Greasable fittings though at every pivot point. So down there, right there, like I said, on the bearings for the housing there, they got them on top right here. So every pivot point there is a greasable zerk, easy to access, and all well notated on the machines. That is one thing I will say that Barreto has over everybody else. Everything is American made. They do take a lot of pride in making their units. So everything's quality on these units. They don't go cheap on anything. You don't have to worry about cheap parts on anything here. I know they machine a lot of their own stuff in-house, so they don't rely as much on other manufacturers to make their parts. But we'll go ahead and go up to the, I didn't show you the control system here. And so this is a control system. Obviously you have your ignition switch on the top right there. This is your left and right track system here. It's easy to control with one hand. You just move your hand left and right. It's forward, reverse, left and right. It's easy to control with one hand. And then your other hands can move this control. This is for your left and right on your unit, as well as your activation for your control of your head, to run your head. You do have 2 safety switches, one to engage it, and you have a trigger on the back side here. So you have to engage them both at the same time. You can let go of the top and just use the back control when you're running the head. Once you let go, it'll kick off the head. This is your up and down on your cutter height. So it will let it go up and down. You can actually see it moving right there. But that goes up and down. And then that's why the shield's here, because when I'm cutting with this, when I'm grinding, and we'll show you in the video here, I'm standing to the side operating this machine, going back and forth. It's easier to cut and see what you're doing with that whole stump. I mean, you can see the whole entire stump while you're grinding with this machine. So guys, we're gonna get into a video showing you the operation here of the machine. We're gonna go back on my other property here and grind a stump down, and we probably won't grind the whole stump. We're just gonna show you what this machine can do power wise, and then yeah, we'll go from there. All right guys, so Ben is on his way over here. We're gonna grind this stump. We just cut this tree down. I just showed you some slow-mo video of it falling. Here comes Ben with the grinder. So he's gonna walk this here and we're gonna do some grinding. Please subscribe to my channel. Thanks again for watching the video today, and please feel free to ask any questions and I'll be more than happy to answer them. Until next time.